Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 3 of our commentary for Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland.
Welcome
Last
to Grape
time
Check
we
Games.
finished butter building. What?
Welcome to GearCheckGames.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Welcome to... Let's just redo the intro, why don't we?
Alright.
We got time. We got all the time in the world.
Hey, welcome to GearCheckGames. I'm
Yeah.
Gary.
Home of grapes. I'm Gus.
Wait a minute. And I'm Gavin? Oh, wait.
Gaston.
Yes. Hold on, Dan. Let's not get too audacious here.
Gaston Games? I would be in heaven.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Is there a Beauty and the Beast platformer?
I'm pretty sure there was like a Beauty and the Beast game on Genesis. Actually, I've seen at least 2, so...
Please tell me that instead of playing as Belle or Adam, you play as all of the staff that have been transformed. Like, I want a game where you primarily play as Lumiere.
It's like a... No, how about like a Pikmin-style game where you play as the Beast and all the little household staff are like the Pikmin?
Yes.
And you just send them to their deaths. I'm sorry, we're in Grape Garden.
This has been a pretty easy-looking,
Well, yeah, you got UFO power. What challenge is there?
Oh, man, so I never mentioned it last time, or the last 2 episodes, but this part where you shoot your guy all the way to the top to get bonuses, they put this in at the end of every episode, the end of every level in Kirby's Pinball, which is an incredibly underrated Game Boy game.
Oh, yeah. Didn't that have some kind of like weird... Oh no, I'm thinking of Kirby Tilt and Tumble that had like the battery backup because it had the the Rumble Pack. Or not the Rumble Pack. Obviously, it was just like a gyroscope to play to tilt and tumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't dabbled too much in the Kirby spin-offs. The only one I ever really got into was Kirby Canvas Curse.
That's good.
That was in the early days of the DS when, there wasn't all that much else to play. And yeah, that game, for my money, that game actually has a pretty balanced difficulty compared to most Kirby games. Like, it's actually kind of tricky at times.
I love his little goggles. Where does he get them, though?
I don't know. He just produces them. I can't remember if he had the goggles in Kirby's Adventure. I definitely prefer to play this one over that because... And again, I don't mean to like throw Kirby's Adventure too much under the bus because like it was a great game and all.
Yeah.
But unlike a lot of NES games, Kirby's Adventure suffers from slowdown.
Oh.
Like quite a bit of slowdown for it. Like you wouldn't think it would be that hard to run, but like even in like the first like screen of the game, it gets pretty bad. Like when you start using copy abilities.
Huh.
Definitely one of those cases where like they prioritize like the fidelity of the art over performance, but to my knowledge, Nightmare in Dreamland never slows down, so there you go.
Yeah, you got the power of the Game Boy Advance on your side.
I like how this whole boss fight, you just flubbed these really easy dodges, and then right at the end, you just like stand there as this bomb short hops over you, and just like expertly dodge it.
Yeah,
well,
of course.
Not necessarily dodge it, but just don't get hit by it.
I was employing the martial art of drunken Wu-Tang to confuse my enemies.
Oh, here it comes.
Just like Jar Jar Binks.
Drunken Wu-Tang. Oh. Where did he come from? Where was he?
Editing.
He came from the netherworld to kill me.
He was disguised as a lowly waddle-doo.
Mm-hmm. That's Meta Knight for you. Always playing dirty.
Crash. Oh,
The nice thing about Crash is you can use it to light the fuses for the cannons.
Oh.
Yeah, these cannons, they shoot you to little bonus areas, usually with a switch.
How patient is Kirby?
Of course, the hard hat is a nice little touch.
Yeah.
There is one cannon, though, late in the game that's probably, like, the hardest thing to do in this game, period.
Yeah.
Because,
mechanically, at least. There's some
like, it doesn't lead to, like, any, like real like completion bonus. I think it's just extra lives up there, but it's just like...
Is it?
No, because it doesn't... Well, spoiler alert, I don't do it.
Huh.
Oh no, wind.
I remember there being a like a really tough cannon fuse race that I thought I remembered being for completion, but I might have just like thought it was for completion and then
There's
found
one
out
in World 6 where you're like inside of a ship and you have to use laser and like get in it within like a second or so. And then there's one in World 7 where you have to navigate... I think the intended way is you have to navigate these really narrow passageways with burning.
Yeah, that's
the
what I was
fireball.
thinking of.
Yeah, that one doesn't lead to anything important.
Oh god.
I don't know whose ship that was, but whoever decided to have animated bomb enemies on an airship is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Your henchman will blow your ship up.
Yeah, maybe it was Robotnik.
Implying they're actually like the henchmen of the person that owns the ship and not some kind of like wild creature.
Come to think, yeah,
Just like
that's a good
bomb
point,
birds.
because a lot of the enemies in Kirby, like, don't really, like, have any allegiance to the bad guys. They're just kind of, like, in your way.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, Ball Kirby. Oh god.
Ball Kirby is one of my favorites and also like not very practical at all.
Yeah. Ball Kirby can either... Like, look at that.
Oh
Look how
my
much damage
God.
it does. 2 hits and he's done. It can either be, like, one of the best powers in the game or one of the worst, depending on, like, the shape of the room you're given. Case in point.
Oh.
So for bosses, it's really good. But when you actually have to, like look at this. Look at this nonsense.
Oh, wait, what?
Also,
I mean,
I assume that's like clown hair in the little portrait at the corner, but it kind of looks
Yeah.
like he has Dio hair.
maybe he does.
If it like
maybe
pops up
Sakurai
again.
was a JoJo fan.
Maybe.
Look at that.
That was around at this time, wasn't it?
Yes, but that arc didn't start until the beginning of the 90s. Wait, I guess that would make sense, actually.
Yeah, 93.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I
here
guess
we go.
that's the first time we've brought up Masahiro Sakurai in this playthrough.
Yeah.
Because he was the, obviously the creator of Kirby and the director of this game. Well, of the original game. I'm not sure how he's credited in this
Yeah.
one. That's another tough thing to do.
Oh, so to get to this bonus part of the stage, you have to race.
Actually, no, both of those doors lead to the same place. One of them just has a 1-up next to it.
Oh. Oh.
Now, this enemy is completely different in Kirby's Adventure. Like, they made him like this elephant thing for the remake, but in the original game, he's like this little... Oh, what is he? God, I can't remember what he looks like, but I'll show a picture of it on screen in the final version. I just he looks nothing like an elephant, and I'm pretty sure they just retrofitted one of the monsters from the anime over that boss.
That was kind of an adorable enemy, and I'm sad that he's gone.
It's just
Yeah.
like an elephant with 2 feet.
Yeah.
His name is Fan Fan, and I killed him in cold blood.
I killed them!
I hate them.
So wait, is this the sound of his invulnerability in this one?
Yeah,
Okay, because it's different in the other Dreamland games.
is it?
I think so.
I don't know. Every Kirby game I've played has had that music for invincibility,
Of course,
to my knowledge.
the last Kirby game that I played was Kirby 2 on the Game Boy, so it's been a while.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because
Wait, so did you ever play like Superstar or
No, I've only played 1, 2, and 3 on the Game Boy.
really?
I'm old.
Oh,
Wow. Actually, Kirby 3 was on Super Nintendo, wasn't it? Or Kirby's Dream Land 3?
I don't remember.
That's actually a really cool game. I love the pastel art style of that game. Need to finish it one of these days.
I just remember the animal buddies. I remember them being real cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kirby's Dream Land 3 is kind of like the proto Kirby 64,
Yeah.
where In Kirby 64, you mix two copy abilities together to make a new one, but in Kirby's Dream Land 3, whatever copy ability you have is like augmented by whatever animal you're riding on.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing, just like contextualized differently.
Yeah, and I guess the animal buddies kind of count as like Mario mushrooms. Like, they're not necessary, but they help.
Yeah. Well, you could really say that for all of these copy abilities.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wow,
They're looking pretty dire.
No kidding, this boss is kicking your butt.
Yeah.
Or boss is. Burning.
Can we make it to the end of the stage with 1 hit point?
Can he do it? I'm sorry,
I mean, we've only got 39 lives.
Yeah, how could you ever manage?
At that point, yeah, I was just like, go in the door, Kirby, Jesus.
Oh.
That wasn't too smart.
So I want to know, how does King DDD put those in his pocket in Smash? Oh my god.
That's a good question.
This level is out to destroy you, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just letting it. And then I don't want to go in the door because I'm afraid I missed something in this room.
I took the shortcut. I thought I might miss something.
Yeah. Well, no, we just gotta be thorough, okay?
Oh my god.
Don't worry, this is all totally worth it.
Please tell me there's some kind of collectible or album piece or
He's gonna get to the end and it's just a treasure chest with a gold feather in it.
I'm gonna get something.
Congratulations for playing into my game.
Killed.
Don't worry, Joe. We won't either. Or we'll never let it go.
You got a 7.
Yeah. That nonsense
Press
followed
A.
by. Yeah. Harder than you might think.
God, I love that. Like every level you go to, he holds up a sign that says like what your reward is, and if you can suck so bad that the sign with the reward just says, "This is how you play."
Well, I think the only way you get to level 7 is by not pushing anything. So.
Wait, level 7?
Level 7 of the goal game.
Oh, for some strange reason, I thought you meant like level 7 in the game. I'm like, that's really arbitrary and silly. But
yeah, just skip over everything.
Yeah, it's like Far Cry. Where
yeah.
You skip to the end of the game by just not pushing any buttons.
Yeah. Boy, if there's one thing I think of when I see Kirby, it's Far Cry.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that this game does that not a lot of other Kirby games do is recoloring enemies without any real like purpose. Like more so to just like blend them in better with different parts of the levels. And I remember thinking it was weird when I went to like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and it didn't do that. Like, why don't the enemies change colors? But then it's like, well, there's really no point to him doing it here. It just, you know.
Oh, it's different every time he uses mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Are you getting rid of Mike for light?
And we still don't get to see the level 3 Mike.
Yeah. Although, Mike isn't as awesome in this game as it is in, like, Kirby Superstar, where he has, like, ridiculous, like, deep voice quotes.
Oh, is that not in this one?
No, yeah, in this one they're all, like...
misremembering.
Well, yeah, in this one they all just, like, sound like Kirby's voice.
Does he say weird things?
Well, no, he just kind of, like, yells.
Oh. Does it sound like those deep-voiced Kremlings in Donkey Kong Country? Just...
No, it's even deeper somehow.
Nice.
Like, look it up sometime. It's honestly kind of unsettling.
I know I haven't said anything about it yet, but I love the little flag plant he does at the end of every level.
Uh-huh. Nice touch.
Yeah.
So here we have a recurring Kirby boss, Kracko, who you fought... I think in Kirby's Dream Land, you fight him, like, halfway through the stage in, like, his... I guess his premature form, and then at the end you fight him, like, when he's fully evolved, I guess.
Yeah, he gets, like, a cloud form, doesn't he?
Yeah, here you just chase him up to the top. And for whatever reason, when I first played this game and I was like absolutely awful at it, this was the part of the game that I found hard.
I
guess you kind of gotta like attack him at the right time and at the right angle so you don't get hit by him. But
I remember that boss from Kirby's Pinball because he would disable one of your flippers with his lightning and you had to make do.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's just cruel right there.
Yeah.
God. Is that even legal?
I like how Kirby's the only game that'll like give you the giant eyeball boss and make the eyeball like really cute and sparkly.
Uh-huh. Just to make you feel bad for killing him. Yeah. Well, there are more cute and cuddly bosses to kill in the next episode, so join us then.
Bye, friends.
Ba-doop.